of the reasons why Bitcoin is considered sound money is because of its fixed supply. As we all know by now, the supply of Bitcoin is capped at 21 million. Unlike fiat money, which can be printed by central banks at will, there will only be 21 million Bitcoins. Currently, about 18.5 million Bitcoins, give or take a few, have already been created, or to use the technical term, mined. Remember, Bitcoin was first mined in 2009, right after the 2008 financial crisis. And by the time the last of the 21 million Bitcoins are mined, we'll be in the year 2140. That's 120 years from now. Now you could be wondering, wait a sec, this doesn't quite add up. 18.5 million Bitcoins in 12 odd years, and the remaining 2.5 million odd Bitcoins in 120 years? Let me explain. This is because the supply of Bitcoin is programmed and regulated through a process called halving. We know that Bitcoin miners add an individual block to the blockchain by solving a very complicated puzzle, and this takes up a lot of energy. These mining operations are located across the world, a network of thousands of computers racing against each other to solve this puzzle. Once the puzzle is solved, the winning miner gets to add a block, and this process takes about 10 minutes before another puzzle is put out for the miners to solve. For all this effort, winning miners receive a reward in return in the form of newly minted Bitcoins. Bitcoin mining is an event where the reward for adding or mining new blocks is halved. So if a miner was getting X number of Bitcoins per block, now they get half of that. These halving events are programmed to occur every 210,000 blocks. So at about 10 minutes per block, Bitcoin halving occurs roughly every 4 years. And this will happen until the last of the 21 million Bitcoins are mined. So for the Genesis block, which was block number 0, the reward for mining a new block was 50 new Bitcoins. This was of course way back in January 2009. The first halving occurred nearly 4 years later, on 28th of November 2012, at block number 210,000, where the reward for mining each block was halved to 25 Bitcoins per block. The second halving occurred on July 9th, 2016 at block 420,000, at which point the reward per block was halved to 12.5 Bitcoins per block. The third halving occurred on May 11th, 2020 at block number 630,000. At this point, the reward was then halved to 6.25 Bitcoins per block. This is the reward even today. The next halving, which will also be the fourth halving, is estimated to occur between February and June 2024, at which point the reward will be halved to 3.125 Bitcoins per block. Lower supply along with steady demand generally leads to higher prices in Bitcoin. Now there are many factors that can affect the price of Bitcoin, but these halving events have usually preceded some of the largest bull runs for Bitcoin. No wonder Bitcoiners around the world like to celebrate these halvings. You will find social gatherings and parties from Melbourne to Munich, London to Paris, and dozens of cities around the world. So keep your party hats ready for 2024. I'll see you next week.